I'm back, and this time we're in the Pacific Division. I really want to do some good stuff this hockey season, and I think it starts with previewing each division. So I'm actually excited to do so. But I already did the Atlantic Division with my Leafs jersey on, and now I say it's only fair we preview the Pacific Division. So let's go over the standings from the Pacific Division last year. The new coming Vegas Knights went 54-21. No, they won the division with 109 points. The Ducks had 101 points. The hiccups is bad. I'm sorry. The Kings had 98. So 109, 101, 198. Close. And then you have the drop to the Flames with only 84 points. Oilers was 78, the Canucks was 73, and the Yotes was 70. So, this division is pretty close. Unlike the Atlantic, where you have 300-point teams and then... So, I think that this is going to be a lot closer than a lot of people are going to say. And even though you kind of have the first four teams and the second four teams, the second four teams are really quality teams. So, I say we start with the bottom and work our way up. The Yotes, they re-signed Oliver Edmund-Larsson in free agency, which obviously they needed to re-sign him, and I feel like they could be on the rise. Can't wait for my two favorite teams to meet in the Cup final, Sharks versus Lightning. I would want to be the happiest person in the world. We'll get to the Sharks in a bit, Cole. But the Yotes, I feel like are going to surprise some people. Mike Smith's a good goalie. Larson's good on the defensive end, and they have a lot of pieces that feel like they could make the jump. I say look at the Canucks, maybe even the Flames. I don't know. The Canucks, there were rumors that they were going to trade for Carlson, which would have been a good trade, but he ended up going in the same division to the Sharks. And the Sedins are gone, and the only team I know for hockey is the Portland Winterhawks. Anyway, but the Canucks, I feel like are going to drop. I say they finish at the bottom of the division. I think the Yotes pass them. The Oilers, they were in the second seed in 2017. They fell all the way down to third, last in the division in 2018. We'll see what they do in this 2019 season, but McDavid's probably the best player in hockey right now. I don't know how far he can lead them. They don't have that much depth. I mean, Mike Talbot is a good goalie. I don't know if you guys saw the preseason save he made, but he made a very good save in that game. The Flames, do I see the Flames doing anything? Not really. I don't really see them doing anything. I mean, Gaudreau's honest, obviously. Very good young player. I really like Johnny Gaudreau. I'm sorry, these hiccups are like killing me. Johnny Gaudreau. I like him, but who do they have in the defense? Their goalie situation is just a mess. I don't see the Flames doing anything. I say that the Yotes finish, of all those four teams, the Flames, Oilers, Canucks, and Yotes, the Yotes finish with the best record, then the Flames and the Canucks. Now let's get to the four big boys in this division. It starts with the Kings, who have fallen off a little bit. They're still a good team. And I know a lot of people are going to say that they got swept by Vegas. All of those games were decided by one goal. So they could be as good as Vegas. I don't know. I mean, they've got, obviously, Doughty's good, Anze Kopitar, and those pieces, those guys are still great players. I feel like the Kings are going to do good this year. I think they get Ducks. I see the Ducks falling this year. I don't know why. Let's talk about the Sharks now, and I think might be the favorites for this division. They have Thornton and everybody, and let's look at their roster real quick. Show me the Sharks roster.
Here's the roster for the Sharks.
I mean, this team is just stacked. Brett Burns, Reagan, Joe Thornton. I mean, the defense is the best in the league. Martin Jones is a good goalie, too. I think he doesn't get a lot of respect with a lot of the good goalies, but he played really good against Vegas, I saw. And, I mean, Evander Kane's pretty good. They got Carlson. They've got a bunch of guys I think are Sopsky I forgot about. I mean, this team is gonna be a force to be reckoned with. I don't think I'm gonna want to be facing the Sharks if I'm in the playoffs. That would not be good. And they are hungry for their first Stanley ever since the days when they were the Oakland Seals. This Sharks team, I think, is a force to be reckoned with. I say they win the Pacific. Um, Now let's talk about the Ducks, and let's look at the Ducks roster. Show me the Ducks roster.
Here's the roster for the Ducks.
Thanks, Siri. I see them taking a step back this year. I mean, who's their goalie? I mean, Kevin Doyle, Roman Dury, Ali Eric Eck. I mean, who are these goalies? I don't see them getting any better. I see them only getting older, and I think they blew their chance to win a cup in that Game 7 against the Blackhawks, which I remember watching that game. I don't see this team making a step. I mean, they got Corey Perry, who's good, but, I mean, I don't see this team this year. I really don't. I say they finish 4th in the division. I say they barely squeak into a playoff spot. But then I say they get probably swept by the Sharks. Like the last year when they by 1 point in the standings to the Sharks. It was a 1 point difference. They went out and got clapped. So I see this team taking a big step back. I mean, Getzlaf and Perry are holding this team together by their fingernails. I don't see them doing that well this year. Now let's talk about Vegas. Show me the Vegas Golden Knights roster. This team,
For the Golden Knights.
the question is, are they going to make back-to-back Stanley Cups? And I'm going to have to say no. I don't see them making it back to the Stanley Cup final. I just don't. I mean, they obviously have a very good team. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare. I mean, these are in alphabetical order. Fleury's obviously amazing. Halla's good. Carlson's good. Lindbergh's good. McNabb's good. Miller's good. Nosik's good. Pacioretty they just got. Reeves played well in the playoffs. Malcolm Subban, a good backup goalie. Alex Tuck's good. And I think this team does well. But I think they take a step back from that big run that they had. And I don't see them making it back to the Stanley Cup. I don't see it happening. I say they do really good in their. They're gonna probably. What's gonna end up happening? The Sharks are gonna get the Ducks in the first round. Sharks are gonna easy sweep. And I think that the next is probably gonna be Vegas. Vegas versus LA is going to be a closer matchup than it was, but I say Vegas wins that. We have a rematch of the Pacific Division Championship, but this time I say the Sharks win. I have the Sharks winning this division, and I mean, I think they have the better team. I mean, the defense is obviously good for the Sharks, and the offense is good for the Vegas Golden Knights. But I think that the San Jose defense is better than Vegas offense. And I have the San Jose winning this, but there are a lot of good young teams in this division. Now let's go to it's going to be the Golden Knights, the Kings, the Ducks, the Yotes. I say take a big step. The Yotes, the Oilers, the Flames, then the Canucks. That's how I see this division ending up. But this division is shook a lot. If you remember the playoffs from 2017, I think it was I want to say it was the Kings were number 1 or something. The Oilers were 2, the Sharks were 3, and the Flames were 4. And now 2 of those teams aren't even in the playoffs, and we have a freaking expansion team at the top of this division. And which is crazy, but a thing I wanted to add, it kind of involves this division. Where are they going to put Seattle when they come into the league? Because every division has 8 teams except for the Central, which has 7. But obviously Seattle's not in the Central. So what are they going to do? I mean, the most logical thing I see happening is moving, I guess, the Yotes to the Central and putting Seattle in the Pacific. That would make the most sense. But I just kind of wanted to talk about that for a minute. Because what are they going to do? But it's going to be, I think the Sharks have to be the number 1 team in this division. I mean, Thornton and Burns are great. Kane is good. Pavelski. With Martin Jones, who's a very underrated goalie that I see taking an enormous step this year. I think that division's got to go to them. I mean, I don't see another team passing them. I think it's going to be the Sharks at 110 points, Vegas at 105 points, the Kings at like 98, 99, the Ducks barely squeak in at like 90, and then the Flames, the Oilers and Canucks, the Yotes will get like 80 some. The Oilers and Canucks will get like 70s, and I see the Flames doing bad and stuff. But I think that's going to wrap up this division preview. It's a lot shorter than the last one, but be ready. Have your post notifications on. I'm going to be streaming the Metro and Central Division preview tonight. And not tonight, tomorrow. And I might stream tonight if the Browns-Jets game is a good game. Whose idea was it to put those 2 on Monday night? I mean,